I was expecting it to be kind of amplified in these, and it really wasn't. Have you ever watched a loved one struggle with the conversation, right? They can't really hear, or have you been the one struggling with the conversation? It is both frustrating and embarrassing and just plain old not fun. I happen to be that person. I wear hearing aids myself. And I have a new set of hearing aids here from Medca, and I wanted to open them up, show them to you, talk to you a little about some of the features, and then I'm going to swap them out for these for a couple days, and then I'll come back. I'll let you know what my experience was like. Now listen, these are very expensive, very sophisticated hearing aids, so they're not supposed to be the same, but these are supposed to be a sophisticated hearing amplifier. So let's talk about what that is. First, let's take a look at them, see what's in here. Instruction manual, a nice small little box. Here's your operating guide. Cool small little box with accessories, which is going to include domes and the chargers. And inside here are the two hearing aids, which I have to say are super light. And I was actually kind of expecting them to be a little heavy because these are rechargeable with like a 30-hour runtime. I don't get a 30-hour runtime. They're a nice looking color, like a discreet little looking color. Let's put one on so you can see what it looks like. So this is what my actual hearing aid looks like. Ooh, it's certainly comfortable. This is what the new Medca one looks like. So these are amplifiers with built into them a chip that has some noise reduction capabilities in it, so you should be able to hear a little more clearly in even noisy situations. Because if you're in a noisy situation and you just amplify the volume, all you get is louder noise. So with a little bit of noise reduction and the increased volume, it should be a much nicer situation for you. There are two ways to charge them. You could recharge them both in the case like this, but look, you can see it's connected. Plug the case in, or you can individually charge them. Not exactly sure why you would want to do it, but there's a plug here and an adapter here where you could just plug in one individually. So they're cool looking, have a really long charge, and sounds like they should be a real improvement over, let's say, my bass hearing. So what we're going to do is I'm going to charge these up, throw them on every once in a while for a couple days. I'll come back, I'll let you know what my real world experience was like. All right, I'll see you in a couple days. So it's been a couple days. I've been wearing these hearing aids, hearing amplifiers. I actually personally don't know exactly where the definition ends, where one becomes a hearing amplifier and goes into a hearing aid, or one goes from a hearing aid down to hearing amplifier. But let me talk to you about my experience with this. I'm actually going to talk to you two different ways. First way I'm going to talk to you is if you don't have a hearing aid or a hearing amplifier now, and you get these, your life will absolutely be better, right? You're going to be able to hear more. There's nothing more to say about it. It is absolutely amplifies the sound. You can hear better. But at the same time, I'm going to say it's not perfect. I'm blessed in the sense that I get to wear the most high-tech, AI-enabled, crazy hearing aids in the world. So I have a much different experience in my day-to-day life than these are. But if I had nothing, this would be absolutely amazing. No doubt about it. A couple key things. Battery life has been great. The amplified sound has been great. One thing which I think is a plus, which I would say about them, is even with my fancy ones, when the air conditioning goes on here in the room, it makes more background noise. And I was expecting it to be kind of amplified in these, and it really wasn't. I was actually kind of surprised because definitely there is a low level of amplified background noise with these that I don't get with my regular hearing aids. So I kind of thought that would be a worse situation, but it wasn't at all. I was expecting that to be the biggest downside, and it seemed to correct for that very nicely. I didn't go to a restaurant or that kind of noisy situation. I think that's kind of like unfair. But when my dog barks, it's not like a sharp, crazy, amplified sound that I hate. Watching TV, where let's say the TV was on, a game was on, sometimes those things can be kind of a little annoying when you just have a straight amplifier. I didn't have that experience at all. So I'm going to say on balance, if you're looking for something as a first step, or you're kind of nervous and you want to take your first step, Kind of can't go wrong with these. I really do like them. Here, this is what they look like, real life. The other thing that I would want to tell you is initially when I put them on, I felt like they were going to kind of stop some of the natural ambient sound coming into my ear because they seem kind of large in my ear canal. But I didn't find that in real life too much. It definitely is a lot larger than my daily wear, but I didn't feel like I was insulated and only the sound was coming through the hearing aid. I definitely felt like I got some real ambient sound in the room and then some additional sound from the hearing aid as well. Those were my impressions. I hope they were helpful. We'll see you next time.